Good afternoon. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. My name is Mario Oliveira. I'm a retired police detective from the city of Somerville, Massachusetts. I was shot in the line of duty on November 2nd, 2010. I was shot 6 times, died 3 times in the hospital that evening, and by the grace of God, was brought back. I was married at the time with a 3-year-old boy, and later learned when I got home from the hospital that my wife was pregnant. I ended up having another child 9 months later. So I was left with sitting at home making 72% of my pay, a little bit more than half, to try to sustain a life for a young family. I'd like to educate you a little bit on what an officer would get if they died in the line of duty. In this case, we're in New Hampshire. Officer Doherty and Officer Lewis. Had they died the evening that they were shot, their spouses would have received a one-time federal payment of $437,503, tax-free from the federal government. The state of New Hampshire gives a $100,000 tax-free payout. It's different in Mass. It's $300,000 in Mass. Their spouses or the beneficiary would receive 100% of their base salary at the rank that they held at the time of their death. Okay? Their children, if they had children, would receive in-state college tuition for free. 4 years. However, because they were brave enough to survive, they both received 66 2/3%, half of their pay. So what's the message that this state is sending to your officers? You're worth more dead than you are alive. I know it's not any of your fault. Like, man, what you said, it's a broken system, but you have an opportunity to fix it. Okay? It's horrific. It's sad that an officer has to be punished, financially speaking, for surviving an ordeal. It shouldn't be like this. This is America, the greatest country on earth. We are better than this. We need to fix it.
Thank you. Thank you. And
It's
again,
my hope,
congratulations
thank you.
on
It's
surviving.
my hope that this committee votes favorably on this bill and passes it. Thank you for your time.
Representative Schmidt has a question.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Oliveira, I'm asking you the questions because it seems like just possible that you're not in as much pain right at the moment as some of the previous witnesses have been. I was part of this committee when we passed the bill that gave the $100,000 death benefit to police officers and firefighters. Okay. But I'm astonished to hear that the insurance coverage is as minimal as it is in terms of even covering the bills that you all have had. I'm wondering whether I ask you just as a technical question, have any of you been counseled, and maybe you know because you seem to be quite knowledgeable, have any of you been counseled to sue the state or the department involved for the damage that was inflicted on you, obviously against your will, with no intent on your part, by somebody who was in the act of committing a crime, for which they probably have been sentenced to a long time in prison. So can you tell me whether you've ever been advised to sue the state or the department because great harm has been done to you and your colleagues that have spoken before you?
Certainly. I'll try to answer your question, sir.
Thank you.
So the laws are obviously different in Mass than they are in New Hampshire. In Massachusetts, we have individual retirement systems. And in the city of Somerville, we had our own separate retirement system. The retirement system pays my base salary, 100% of my base salary. I pay my insurance it's deducted through the 100% income that I make on a monthly basis. As far as filing lawsuit against the subject who shot me, he's dead. I can't sue anybody. So every situation is different. Could we potentially Possibly, but it draws out the process. These folks are traumatized enough as it is going through what they've gone through, as have I. What we want is to remedy, have an equitable, fair process that we can retire with dignity and move on with our lives. And to echo what my brothers in blue have said earlier, we just want to be productive members of society and be treated fairly and be able to earn and take care of our families. What do we do to deserve this other than put on our uniforms and our badge and have the courage to go out on the street and take care of criminals and make lives easier for you fine folks and your families that you love dearly? That's what we're guilty of, doing our jobs. And I'll tell you, I'll close with this. Police officers are the guardians of our communities. Without them, we have chaos and anarchy. We owe it to them to take care of them when they need us, just like you deserve to be taken care of by us when you need us. So again, I ask for your support and hopefully pass this bill. Thank you so
very
much for your
much.
time.